This is a Horizon CC115, and like all Horizons, it is absolutely massive for its length, if that makes sense, because they're a very voluminous yacht. But the really interesting thing about this one is the interior, because the owners of this one wanted a very minimalist, very calming interior, and so they had it designed to their specific requirements, and it's really interesting. So we're going to take you on board, we're going to do the full tour, but it is the interior in particular which I think you will find especially fascinating. So we'll step on here. We've got the high-low platform at the back. We are going to go into there in a little while. These are neat, these tables that come up so you can sit here, put a director's chair there, put your coffee on there, and sit at water level of a morning for a bit of breakfast or whatever else you want to do. Lovely. If we step up here, we're going to find, of course, the aft cockpit, where Maggie is taking it easy. Nice big dining area here, of course, not the only one on the boat for sure. Big overhang as well, plenty of shade. But yeah, let me show you this interior. This interior is rather special. Check that out. That has an almost zen-like quality, doesn't it? As I say, it was a very conscious decision to make this as light and as calming as it can possibly be, and they have certainly done that. There are TV screens in the ceiling that come down, they pivot down like this to there, another one comes down that side to there, so when you're sat here you could watch a movie. You have people on both sides both watching the same movie on two separate screens, and of course then they retract it out of the way to restore to restore this. It's fantastic, isn't it? Beautiful. Okay, let's press on. Lots to see. Galleys down this way, crew cabins are down this way. We're going to look at all of that, of course, but we're going to head up forward and look at the accommodation first of all. Here we've got bar area, so this is your wine cooler. In here, fridge in here, ice maker, all that kind of stuff is all across there. Look at these floor to ceiling windows, and they open. You can see the sliding sections here are on both sides. So again, you can open this right out if you want to. And look at this artwork. It is basically sums up the interior of this yacht, doesn't it? It's so simple. Just fantastic. Okay, we've got steps up, we've got steps down. We're going to go forward first of all and go and check out the owner's cabin. This one here is day heads. This one here is as relaxed and minimalist as the rest of the boat. So the first thing we've got is this walk-in wardrobe, and if we slide across a bit further, look at that. Look how they made the doors pretty much invisible. You've just got the handles on show there. They really have brought this down to the bare minimum, haven't they? It's fantastic. And it just makes it a very sort of mindful zone, really. You know, there's nothing to keep you busy. It's just relaxing. If we have a look in here, we have got, if I open the right end, toilet is in here, and then we've got the twin sinks, and we've got the shower down at this end, rainfall shower. And if we slip across to the other side, we will discover your dressing table, obviously, big windows, lovely view out if you're not alongside another yacht as we are at the moment. And then another big walk-in wardrobe just here. There we go. That is quite the cabin, isn't it? Now it has to be said, this isn't going to be to everybody's taste, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be to the owner's taste. This is what they wanted, this is what they had. And obviously you can choose whatever interior you like on these. But yeah, they've really gone for precisely what they want out of this boat. Okay, let's head on down. It's an almost sort of slightly Swedish feel to it, isn't there? I think it's great. I think that's really good. Back here we have guest cabins. Again, that theme of minimalism is carried all the way through the whole yacht. Dressing table, drawers, and then the ensuite is back here. There are pocket doors that slide across here, so you can close this off if you want to, but then you've got obviously the privacy door on the toilet here anyway. And then the sink, and a really nice shower over on this side. Wardrobes are over here. There's storage, of course, along here. Even the light switches, look, are kind of coded in. That's fantastic. There we go. That's what you get in here. And they're here as well. If we cross over, the next cabin is pretty much identical to this. So yeah, same kind of deal. It's a mirror really, isn't it? And talking mirrors, that's the mirror wave. There we are. Nice, okay. Let's go a bit further. There's an interesting room up here actually, which I'm going to show you. That one there I think is just storage. Yep. We've got another cabin here. Twin singles in this one, and a Pullman that drops down as well. And again, the dressing table. These are slightly smaller because, of course, we've got the passageway between them, which the ones at the back didn't. Very nice, very nice. And then across the other side, again, it's mirrored. With a Pullman again. So wardrobes for these are in behind here. Ensuite, dressing table, shower, lovely. But what I wanted to show you is up here, because if we come up this way, okay, first of all, this door is into the crew area. I'm going to show you that from the other side, but it means the crew don't have to go up and across and back down to service this area. They can come straight through. But look at this. This is a play area. It could be a cinema room. You can use this however you want. It does have an ensuite. If you wanted to make this into another bedroom, of course you could do. It's just that this owner thought to have this area for people to come down and do their own thing was a nice idea, and I completely agree with that. I think that's brilliant. So yeah, ensuite here. And that is there. And the other thing that you can do with this room if you want to, there was a door there into the crew area. You could, if you wanted extra crew capacity, you could close that door off, you could reinvigorate, what's the word I'm looking for? Reinstate. I'll edit that out later. You could reinstate that door, close off that door, and this would become another crew cabin if required. But say on this one, they've used this as a playroom, a cinema room, or whatever you want it to be room. Okay, let's head on back and up. Loads more to look at. And this then takes us up to the bridge. Again, another really impressive space, isn't it? Look at these screens across here. So these are Garmin screens, and they are of course configurable for however you want to use them. And then engine instrumentation is along here. And the usual engine controls, thruster controls, autopilot control, all of that kind of stuff, all right there. And this is a nice area for the crew to gather if they want to as well. That's brilliant. Okay, I think we will go up onto the flybridge. And I'm curious about this. Ah, I thought so. Hidden helm position. So normally the boat would be commanded from down there, but if you wanted to be able to drive at the front of here, you have got the external helm position as well, but when you're not using it, that completely disappears. That's neat. It's a good idea. Big hard top. We've got the opening section on this one as well. Bar area, plenty of it all the way around. Fantastic. So all the usual kind of stuff, you know, your sink and your barbecue, and there'll be fridges and ice makers and all that kind of stuff tucked away in here somewhere. Not there. There we go, this fridge drawer, for example. And then we have this, which is just capacious. This is what I mean about these boats. They pack in so much volume. Great eating area up here, and a really great relaxing space back here. How inviting does that look? You can see it's got the poles around the back. That's because you can put a bimini that comes from the back of here. That's what these brackets are for, and it extends out. So if you want to shade this area, then of course you can do, or you can have it open as we've got today. If we come all the way back, again, you get an impression of the sheer size of that. And then up on top, satellite domes, antennas, radar is up there, nav lights, all the usual kind of stuff you expect to find up on the top. Brilliant. Okay, let's press on. There's more deck areas to show you, and then we'll go into the crew spaces and the engine space. Okay, so we're back on the aft deck now. This is where we came on, spacious, and we'll go forward, I think, this way. I mentioned those floor-to-ceiling windows that open by the dining area inside. Well, that's these here, and you can see they've cut the bulwarks away as well, so that with those open, or even with them shut for that matter, you have got a great view out from all of these windows out across the water. You're not just looking at the inside of the bulwarks. If we head up here, we're going to go back past the bridge. That's in here. That one there, I think I'm right in saying, is a wing station. Let's have a little look. Yeah, there we go. So that is for controlling the boat when you're manoeuvring into a spot like this, for example. You want to be able to look down the outside. That's exactly what that does. And this is really interesting. Again, was very much owner specification to have tiered sunbathing here. And you might think, why do you want to slope your sunbathing? Well, it's because there's a big screen that goes across there. There's a projector behind me, and people can lie here and watch a movie, and they're looking over the top of the people in front of them, just like in a cinema. That's amazing, isn't it? What a great idea. Imagine that of an evening. Movie, drinks, lying out here, just brilliant. Again, it's all about relaxation, isn't it? And if we come a bit further forward, then we've got this lower area. So this is nicely tucked away. Again, it's another nice little zone on the boat you can come and lose yourself in, and you're completely hidden really from everything else down here. That's great. And then finally, right at the very front, we've got obviously this foredeck area, so your cleats and your fair leads, another little seating area. Anchor windows will be down underneath the floor there. I'm not actually going down there because I'm in my socks, so I don't want to get my feet wet. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's press on back and we'll go and look at those crew areas. It's a big boat, isn't it? All right, we're going to go around this way, I think. Keep the tour as complete as possible. Another wing station here, exactly like we just saw. That's the door out from the wheelhouse, or the bridge, I should say, probably more accurately. And then if we come down here, this door, I think, will take us into the crew area. Let's have a look. Yes, it does. Here we go. Perfect. System works. So what we've got, well, actually, I'll just orientate you first of all. We are just forward of that saloon area. So we originally came in through those doors. We came through here. Hi. We came through here, and then we went forward to the owner's cabin at the front, and then we went down and up. So this time we're going to go through so you can see how well this connects, because the doorway is straight through here. And then this is the galley. load of refrigeration as you'd expect. It's a big space this actually, it's nice. Really, really good. All stainless steel, all very lovely. Pantries in here. Yeah, that is commensurate with the ship, isn't it? Fabulous. Okay, going to head on down here. Now this is very much in use, crew are on board, so I'm just going to tell you that there are 2 crew cabins up here at the front. In fact, I'm not going to go in, but yeah, there we go. So we've got one there and we've got one here, and they have their own en-suites. Like so, that is just electrics in there. And if I back up, remember that door that I said was not in use? Well, it's that one. So that's through to that playroom. So if you wanted to, you could reinstate that door and you could have that as a 3rd crew cabin. And in fact, there's a 4th crew cabin further back, which hopefully I'll be able to show you. And then behind me here, we've got laundry facilities. And then there's the mess area as we saw when we came down. That's a decent amount of space, isn't it? For 100, what was it, 115 feet, I think this one? That's a big crew area on a 115-foot boat. And that is the door that takes us back into that lower accommodation. No passer, because they don't want that as a normal route. It's just when you're servicing that area. So that takes you in, and that's the steps we came down. And that is that playroom. That is what's behind that door. There we go. I think we're covering that quite well, aren't we? Let's go a bit further. I'm going to take you down and show you the engine space and whatever else we can find. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, we'll come back out here. So we are covering every area of this boat. Hang on, let's just close that. There we are. Again, you've got the cutaway bulwarks for the view out. And then we'll come right on back. And this time we're going to drop down here. So back onto this back deck. It's a big boat, isn't it? And this then will take us, I haven't actually been in here, so hello. Hello. I'm just going through to the engine room, is that okay?
It's okay.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Hello.
Lovely.
Engine room?
Yes. Awesome, thank you very much indeed. Okay, this is what makes this fine ship go. A pair of Caterpillar engines in here. These are C32As, very typical for this style of boat. And they're 1,600 horsepower each. They're giving the yacht about 17 knots. It's not a high-speed planing boat. It's more of a displacement, or perhaps semi-displacement. So yeah, 17 knots is flat out. Cruising at 12 knots on a range of about 800 miles at that kind of speed. But this is a big space, isn't it? You can really get all the way around all of these. Generators down here as well. We've got the water maker down here, which I think is possibly what all this is as well. Huge vents for the engine space. The red fella up at the top here is a fire system, and that's fed from here. People often see these extinguishers and say, well, you wouldn't want to come down here if there's a fire. And no, of course you wouldn't. These are automatic, and they have a manual override which you can control from elsewhere on the boat. We've got track digital stabilization on this one as well. That's the box for that. This one here is the power converter. So this takes the power from the dock and converts it into whatever the ship needs. So whatever voltage, whatever frequency, that will change it into the voltage and frequency that the boat actually uses. That's a massive space, isn't it? And then the last thing to mention down here, I'd said there was another crew cabin. Hopefully we can have a very quick look at that as we pass by. And that's in here. So 2 more beds. So that's giving us 3 crew cabins. And as I say, there's the option of making a 4th if you converted that other room. The other thing we've got here, well, there's bits of storage about the place, of course, but also on this side there is heads and a separate shower. And that's really nice because of course it's down at beach club level. People can come in off the water and use that without having to go up and through the boat. That's a great space, isn't it? There we go, I think we've done it. I'm going to step back out of here. I'm going to say massive thanks to Horizon Yachts. They've organised this tour. Massive thanks as always to you guys for watching. But that is something really different. As I say, it's very much to owner specification. They've got exactly what they want out of that, and that is one of the most calming and peaceful interiors I think I've ever seen. Interested in your thoughts as ever, and we'll catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.